I was watching my last video that I just made. And BCBAs, we need to discuss RBTs. This is your time to advocate for yourself. I'm dead ass serious. Like, I was just doing that video and I was just reminiscing to a part where it's like, yo, now that winter is approaching, you need to clearly define when services are going to be canceled. You cannot expect these RBTs to feel obligated to work for a family when it's fucking snowing outside and it's potential for 8 inches, and you know she lives 45 minutes away, is all the way in the hills, and they get fucking 5 feet. And it's like, don't ever reprimand us or make us feel guilty for not going to the house when it's not safe. Like, no. Or the potential to be safe. And even in the clinic setting, like, if the roads were bad enough for them to have school canceled, then that's a natural consequence. So, yeah, no. If they're not safe to go to school, then they're not safe to drive to work. How are you going to drive to work to serve children that are not even there because they're home safe in their house because they know it was not safe to go drive in the snow, even with the potential to think how bad it was going to be? Okay? So, yes, let's make that loud and clear. Nope. What is set? And then when you're in an interview, what are the cancellation policies for snowing? What's happened to be there? Because if I'm in the clinic and that's a typical 8-hour day and I'm asked out that day, what are your standards? Or I have to still make up those 8 hours because we were forced out of work, but because of the safety? We need to, in order to make the future of our field and any field better, we need to communicate. And you need to get strict. You need to understand the requirements that you would need to be able to work there, to be able to be happy and successful and comfortable. Okay? That is what your mission. Because if you're going to be staying at the shop for a long time, you better make sure that you know that you have a supervisor, you know that you feel safe, you know that you feel secure, and you know you have the flexibility, right? You're not going to be micromanaged or managed so hard that like you feel obligated to risk your life to drive to freaking work. Like, no. So if you have something similar, especially when it comes to safety and you're feeling uncomfortable with the amount of physical aggression and abuse that you can handle, because you think you could get beat up for 12 hours a day. There's clients that will beat you up 12 hours a day. Yeah. Or would you rather work with somebody that you can manage 6 punts if you're working with them for 12 hours, like early intervention? Like, yeah, I can handle this, but not by someone that's strong. But yeah, these little kids, yeah, if they get upset, I understand your emotions right now. Yeah, I could tolerate that because I know that I'm helping them to be a better version of themselves when they are 13 and they are capable of doing big damage. If you have a behavioral, could you better emotional regulation is the first goals you're going to be going to. There's tiers to goals, okay? There's the tiers to physical aggression are the goals for them to be able to acquire and maintain, to be able to have a high tolerance, that they can't have flexibility. They can't understand someone else's point of view. They can't understand the concept, first I could have to do this and then I could do that 10 minutes later. Like, first mommy has to go to the bathroom, then we can go. Or first mommy has to pay for the groceries and then we can go. Like, you see what I mean? You need to think of the parents' point of views too, because these parents are raising these children and they have to be exposed to the community when they go to the grocery store, when they go to grandma's house, when they go to the doctors, when they go to the park. They're a part of a community, just as you. It's everyone's responsibility to be able to upbring and uplift everyone and be aware of things. That's why advocacy is so huge. Like, hello, just be open to listen that there's an outside normal outside of your normal. And don't be a jerk.